Good morning. What's up, everybody? Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang, my guys, my gals, Bully Berry in the chat, 28K forever. Holy smokes, it feels like that, doesn't it? It feels like that. What a rejection at 28.8 we had. Ethereum is continuing to pump. Jonathan Cipher, the Dodger, the Doger. I wonder when we say, they're going to change the notification icons as well. Well, how are we all doing? Hope you're doing well. Space Invader saying, what, Mr. Alex? How are we all doing? And we got some things to talk about. Why is Ethereum just doing its own thing? It's just ran off to the races by itself. It's just like, nah, I'm out of here. So we got this beautiful unstaking baby coming up, and we gotta be careful with what's coming up in the future. So we know that there's the unstaking event. Is this a setup to dump the price? Could it be, right? So we need to be careful here, and we need to be watching. We got some Dogecoin on the beautiful VWAP. I heard that Space Invader said the VWAP was being much respected with the Dogecoin yesterday, and we can see when looking at the Doge, we came up to 10 cents, and as we were trading here, you could see VWAP respected, and now it has kind of head down, and it looks like it's wanting to curl down and head back down to where it came from. Maybe the hype is over, maybe it's not, but we have to be cautious when trading a meme coin, don't we all? Next stop, to the moon. You know what? I think some people agree with this. I think maybe it's already at the moon and it needs to cool off and come back down to Earth, okay? Maybe it needs to come back down to Earth. We're going to have to wait for that and see, okay? Now, Bitcoin got rejected. Space Invader got some good scalps off the VWAP. Amazing. Now, Bitcoin got rejected. We look at ETH and we're like, what? This makes no sense. But I woke up this morning. I'm like, okay, well, Bitcoin makes sense. You're going down. And we were looking yesterday. I was looking a little bit too high at 29.3. I was looking for this to make a higher high here and then get rejected to grab some liquidity up here. I was playing it safe. I was at work and I was on my phone and I'm like, I am not taking this trade down here because it was too risky for me to do whilst at work. But guess what? It's popped back up and now it's dropped. So if you got in here on the Bitcoin, amazing trade so far. This looks like it's like, oof, almost 4%. Very nice trade. So what's going on? We're flagging out here. We're going to go and look at the long-term time frames. We're going to see if we can spot anything that could be possibly popping up. Let's spin the otter. Which direction are we going to go today, friends? Which direction do you think price will go? To me, today, we will see price will continue to the downside. That's the way the otter is going to point today. We're going to continue to the downside and hopefully have a healthy retracement. Because when we look at this, and Bitcoin's funny like this, you know, it'll hover before giving us the move that we've expected, okay? It'll hover, and it's been hovering. 28K is like the hover zone. We'll call it the hover zone, okay? Jonathan Cipher says, I'm in a bad trade. Convince me not to get liquidated at 27,580. 50x entered at 27,984. Convince me to close it or let it ride. My friend, we need to be wrong quick, be wrong fast, and be wrong small, as they say. That is the way to preserve capital. Be wrong quick, be wrong fast, be wrong small. stop loss, short, quick, small. Okay? So, to me, I'd be out of that damn trade. Not financial advice. I mean, we can pump some hopium into the stream if you would like. Okay? We could pump some, and hopefully this price goes back up. But if the price comes back to break even, are you going to jump out or are you going to let it ride? That's the question I really have to ask you. As if it comes back in, are you going to be like, whew, thank you, and you're going to get out? Or are you going to be like, yeah, boy, here we go, it's pumping. And then it's going to go back down to negative and you're going to be upset again. So this, to me, means that we need to have a plan and we need to execute a plan, okay? So looking at the weekly here, we're going to pump for you, my friend Jonathan Schaefer, over the stream, and hopefully we get it up for you. It's at 27,993 right now. We're going to pump it. So when we look at this, we're looking for this to curl over, right? This is taking its dang time, isn't it? Isn't it? So we can see on the weekly here, we were like, oh, look, it's finally stopped going vertical. It might cool off. Well, guess what? It's still slowly trying to curl over. Money flows come to the zero line. VWAP's attempting the zero. So we're looking for this to finally possibly curl over and come down and have some sort of healthy retracement, possibly to this 0.5 zone. That's where I'm looking. I'm looking 382 to 0.5 for it to cool off. We'll have to see on the weekly. I know it's a bit of a huge time frame. Like, this guy's definitely not trading the weekly. No, I'm not trading the weekly. I'm looking at the weekly in order to build confluence for us to trade this. Now, we're looking at this red dot on the 3-day. We have to wait till Friday in order for it to print. So we got to be patient with these signals, okay? When we see the early signs, we got to be patient, because guess what? The 2-day did this to us, okay? The 2-day did this to us. We're like, oh, look, beautiful bearish divergence, red dot. Well, it printed a green dot right after, right? So we can't just go on red dot, green dots. We're not playing that silly game, red dot, green dot. We are building confluence throughout our charts, hopefully trying to find this possibly is looking to go to the upside. So, but we have bearish divergence on these higher time frames. So we're looking for this to roll over. Red dot confirmed on the 2-day, okay? Coffee. It is 4:38 in the morning. I got to go to work today after the live stream. I'm a carpenter by trade. We are building out a concrete floor and installing windows and doors today. So after I live stream here, I'm going to go and carpentry it up whilst trying to trade, whilst trying to keep you guys updated on the free Discord, whilst getting up early every single day in order to bring you the goods, okay? So if you don't mind, I would really appreciate a like, possibly a subscribe if you're finding value from this content, and maybe just a good morning coffee, because we're trying to get it to you guys, okay? Did I make my bed? It's all about the mindset. Am I yelling at you? I am yelling at you. I'm here. It would be really nice if we could just retest 25.2 and carry on with the gap. Yeah. So that's very much the thought here around the markets, is that we have this area that we traded in for so long before. We are currently at this middle piece. We're at the burger part, the yummy, juicy part of the burger that we love to eat. But we want to get into this upper bun region over time, unless you're like me, who wants it to die and accumulate more for my bags. So I love you guys all. So we'll see how it plays out, and hopefully we practice the good mindset either way, right? Dave Digital, it's all about mindset. Did I make the bed? No, Mrs. Otter is actually asleep right now. She has now had to put in earplugs, and she's got like the face cover thing so she can't see, because sometimes if she rolls over at night and she sees me with my mouth open and she probably gets scared. So overall, she's doing all right. Hopefully, we're not too loud, but I am yelling. But I am excited because it's early and it's my Friday. It's Thursday here in Australia, and we have the day off tomorrow. So I'm excited for that. So looking at the daily here, we can definitely see that this is just sideways, choppy action, hard to trade, hard to feel like, I'm a good trader, because we're not getting those moves, right? We want to catch those big moves in order to be profitable, especially on stuff like Bitcoin, okay? So we got the double beautiful momentum waves here, and they're both printing red dots. Money flow is in the red, and we're still very much oversold, so there is a lot of room here, okay? A lot of room. VWAP's attempting to get above. I'd watch this on the zero line here and see if it's going to try to attempt to get up. But right now we can see that money flow has crossed over into the red and has not yet made a decision to come back up to the top. So it is heading this way, which means money is coming out, and probably, most likely, that I was going to talk about, it's going into Ethereum. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, Ethereum has remained strong, and it is continuing to pump, right? We can see very much the same as Bitcoin, choppy action, pumped up choppy action, and now it's moving upwards. Well, why is that? And to me, that's just Bitcoin dominance, right? To me, that's money's coming out of Bitcoin into Ethereum. We were talking about this yesterday. We've had this massive surge since the bank runs, and everybody's been hiding their money in Bitcoin. But now I think some people have taken profits, and you can see that money is starting to drop. Well, where are they putting that money? Probably into Ethereum over here, okay? So very much you can see they're like, oh, alt season's begun, blah, blah, blah. I do not believe alt season has begun. I believe alt season happens somewhere down around here, okay? Somewhere down around here where people have taken major profits from their Bitcoin trades, and, we get that after the bull run effect. Dave Digital, have you watched that video about the U.S. General giving advice on how to start your day? You got to get up and you got to make your bed. The first task of the day is making your bed. And when you complete one task, that means that if you complete one task, that means that you can complete all the rest of the tasks, because you've already completed one task, okay? And by the time you've completed that one task, you'll feel good about yourself for already accomplishing something right at the beginning of your day. I just gave it to you, okay? So I'm here. Sorry, it took 30 minutes to shuffle my way to the mailbox. By the way, join us in the Discord. TRD Farmer's trying to get to his mailbox, so we can see that TRD Farmer's having a little bit of trouble this morning. I'm trying to get to the mailbox. Regular stochastics are oversold compared to market Cipher, which is overbought. Now it depends on the daily. Okay, I was going to say on what time frame. So the daily stochastics is much overbought. Well, we can always take a look at that for sure. I clicked the wrong button there. But we can always take a look here, and we can see on the stochastics. Yeah, we're coming to the mid-range on the stochastics here. So, yeah, mixed signals on the oscillators. Obviously, I like market Cipher, and I don't necessarily. I use the stochastics as a guide for long-term trading, just like the money flow. With the money flow, it's more of a long-term indicator. Same with the stochastics, long-term. And then I look for the VWAP for more short-term ideas and momentum waves in the immediate future. And that's kind of how I use market Cipher. I agree, but give Mrs. Otter a Dutch oven while she's making the bed. Oh my God. You guys trying to sacrifice me to Mrs. Otter. Agree. Until we saw alts doing 10% plus daily, we're still just chasing BTC. Agreed. Now, what's holding what's bullish for Ethereum is obviously we got the upgrade coming, right? On the 12th of April, we have the upgrade coming. So we're preparing for the upgrade. You know, Vitalik and his crew, they're definitely looking to make this fly, right? And when we zoom out on Ethereum, okay, when we zoom out on Ethereum, I was looking at this the other day. When we zoom out here and we take a much broader look at the price action, we can see that the key level of resistance is around this 2000 area, right? So in order to break up into this hamburger zone that we were talking about, because we are in the middle of the bun, right? We are in the middle of the buns. So, and that may be a spaceship depending on if you love Elon Musk or not. But we do want to get above this area, right? So this area has been very bear market-ish, right? So if we do not make our way above here, or we do get rejected, we can be looking for lower prices on the overall price, right? So it's good to have a big outlook and then work our way in. So nonetheless, this is still very, very healthy for Ethereum, and it is leading the way in the sense that, you know, just very, very much of an anticipation for this awesome unstaking event, because 70% of, we were talking about this yesterday, 70% of ADA is staked and only 30% of ETH is staked. So a lot of people haven't staked their ETH because there's just that fear of unstaking, right? They weren't able to do it. So we can look for some sort of possible continuation here, and then the news will come out. It'll probably zig biggity bog, and then I'll come back down to wherever BTC is. Depends if BTC follows ETH and ETH dominance comes into play. So we're watching for that. We can see the sideways action on BTC, and we can also see that we're looking for a rollover here. But when we zoom in on this daily, well, I wanted to be very sure of this. We can see that there is a little bit of a whoosh, okay, a whoosh here happening. And we can see that there is a little bit of a whoosh here happening as well. So maybe we can get that price up for Jonathan Cipher to get out of that trade and hopefully pay himself or at least break even by the end of this stream, because we needed to go up, and it has gone up by like $10. So far so good, Jonathan Cipher. Have you looked at ZZ Token? No, I have not, but maybe we can. Yeah, TRD, one of those things with the kids, they have the vaccination, still get ill. So let's go down to the 12-hour. Let's see what BTC is saying, because obviously, look at this. It's very, very much flat, right? We're not seeing giant momentum waves here, right? When we zoom in and we see, when we zoom out, we look here. Look how big like this is the oversold line, right? And this is the overbought line for the momentum waves. And we can see big moves here, very much huge momentum waves, right? Here, huge momentum wave. And now we're getting these little ditty things that aren't moving the market too much. That's possibly why we're going sideways here. We are starting to curl down on the stochastics, and the momentum waves do look weak, okay? You'll never be seen again for saying the V word. Oh, wow. COVID vaccine. You know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. We're not here to take sides. We're here for the TA. So don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. Higher time frame bear divs yet to properly pay out, in my view. Yes, I agree, especially on that 2 and 3 days looking to print, but that 2 days definitely looking to roll over. We can definitely see that. And we're hopefully going to see it roll over. But first, we must pump in order to save Jonathan Cipher. We're just a bunch of degens. We're not degens. We're just here to try and help each other stay positive. Good mindset, good risk management, pay ourselves early, and get in and out of these trades like a good Boy Scout. Okay, so we can see that money flow as we get into the lower hourly time frames is still in the green as we flip through. Now let's get into the 4 hour. Let's pull up some of our TA that we had from yesterday and take a full-on look at what we're looking at here. It is a bit chock-a-block on my charts right now, but we got to be very careful here. So we have this 29.3 area that I'm looking for a wick up. If we do pump back up, I'm looking to wick above here and have a swing failure pattern that we were talking about yesterday, where price is failing to get above this area and getting everybody excited, grabbing the liquidation from these previous wicks here, and then sending us down. Chat's about not being able to chat. So we're looking for that swing failure pattern up at the top. We got a double top currently, but it's going to take some more volume in my opinion. So we're pumping it for Jonathan Schaefer right now because we need Jonathan Schaefer to get out of his risky trade because he's longing the tops and not shorting the tops. We need to change the mindset. When the price is at the top, we need to short it, right? We don't want to buy up there. So hopefully we can get Jonathan Schaefer back into the green and out. But this point of control has been the key to everything. We haven't seen the 6-time top, right? Wild. So they say if you keep knocking on the door, it's going to get weaker, right? But we know how strong this door is. This is like a bank vault of a door, right? This is the vault door that nobody can crack. And then we get the Italian job lady. She comes in with her music, and she's chilling, and she's just like, and then she opens the vault. Eventually. Maybe the vault breaks, okay? And then it sends it down to zero. Oh. Chatting is working. Let's pump it for Shafe, okay? Let's go. So yeah, sideways choppy action, right? Still very tradable. We have this red box down below us here. We'll throw a price on it just so we can see. Value area low is at 27,488. So 27,500 is the price that we need to break through in order to continue downwards, right? We have stayed above here for quite some time. Ever since March 23rd, we have been in this area, okay? This has been challenging, okay? This is not April. This is not an extended April Fools. It's already the 6th of April. So we're looking for price to finally break out of this wee little box. And to me, what's happening is after I blow my nose, I just probably lost 4 subscribers there. That we need to have some ideas of which way we're going to go. So right now we got to trade the range, the highs and the lows, and look for price to break out. So this is coming down. We're looking for a retracement and possibly continuation to the upside for Jonathan Schaefer. So let's zoom in even more and see what we can find. This looks to me like we could be popping off a golden pocket. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now that would have been a trade setup, Jonathan Schaefer. I'm going to long from the golden pocket of the retrace after these wicks. Oh, look at that. That would have been an entry and a half. You would have been up 1% already. Okay? So we try to have a plan. We try to stay positive within all this madness of this huge pump, of all the FUD in the markets. I mean, if you're on Twitter and you're following any of this stuff, I mean, we got a Doge symbol on Twitter. We got Bitcoin here. It is trending. We got people with the Bitcoin. Hungary built a statue. That's Satoshi Nakamoto. We got Switzerland, 5th largest bank post-finance. I heard there's 1,000 Bitcoin transaction machines going into gas stations the other day, okay? This is great news for the industry, so we can trade it, but not only can we trade it, is that we can accumulate before this blows up and goes to the moon. That's the whole plan right here. Only if I did in FOMO. Oh well, it's a small position, so what happens, happens, but I'll exit if in profit. Well, we're pumping it for you. We're pumping it for you. We're telling the golden pocket to push you to the moon. We'll help you get out, hopefully. So what do we do in these situations is we trade the ranges, right? We trade the ranges. We weren't able to get into the short up here, but this is the top of your range. So you should be looking for shorts here, right? How would you have gotten into this trade? Well, if we zoom really, really far in for entry, we can see some things, okay? VWAP flat, first thing I see. Money flow, crossover into the money flow, crossing over into the red, right? Second wick up. Not much momentum here. Did we get a divergence? Yes, we did. Mini divergence. Right? Mini divergence brought us down. Failing to push price back up. Also, let me see what the volume is telling us, because volume is very important when looking at these sideways ranges. It helps me trade sideways ranges. Yeah, so volume died out. We had the huge push up. Volume came out. Then a good rejection from here. You can see how big of a wick this was. Pushed us straight down. Then we continued sideways with the volume. We had a couple of little pushes up to keep us afloat. Massive push up, big rejection. That would be my first indication. And then another big rejection and sent us down, okay? So as we go down, we got to be very careful here on what's next. So what's next is obviously this 27.5 area, and we want to be careful. But we know that there is a wee little golden pocket down here that could possibly bounce off of. So look for a swing failure pattern here, and then a continuation upwards. And then you can obviously, if you're looking to get into a trade, we can pull a fib from the top of here. And I'd be aiming for possibly the highs here. You can see these highs here lining up with this golden pocket here. So my trade setup currently right now would definitely be something like this, and to the downside, and a continuation of this with this above here, and aiming all the way down to the bottom of this range here. And that to me would be a fair trade for this setup. So Mrs. Otter wants some coffee. I'm gonna need more coffee, and we're running pretty low. So this 20, I look for a retracement here so that Jonathan Cipher can get out of his trade and pay himself, and then a dump to the downside, and a continuation of that. Look for Ethereum to hold up Bitcoin though, because we experienced this as well in the past. So let's zoom out on Ethereum. We'll go to the weekly of Ethereum. And if you guys were around for this, we remember how much Ethereum pumped here as a healthy retracement in this huge move down, okay? But Ethereum definitely led the way in this bear market over here, right? So when we go over to this area here, we're looking for something similar. You can see how unsteep this was as well, right? So when you look at Ethereum, you can see, boom, it moved up quite dramatically. And then over here, we can see that Bitcoin did not move quite dramatically, right? So it's something similar that's possibly happening here. If we do continue up maybe to the top of this Gaussian channel here, we can look for Ethereum to possibly move much more aggressively, okay? And Ethereum does tend to move more aggressively than Bitcoin if it is to continue to the upside. Now, this is if it is continued to the upside. Obviously, right now there's a lot of uncertainty in the market with the war going on, with the bankrolls going on, with inflation going on, with Alex O'Crypto live streaming at 4:30 in the morning and not getting enough likes and subscriptions, but still trying to carry a strong TA message to all of you legends out there, because he loves you guys and he wouldn't be able to do this without you. So join us in the free Discord. Much love. I don't know how to shill any better than that. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning. Good morning. We're live. Keep the Otter gang under control, please. They're wild this morning. Otter gang is out here. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. So let's find some confluence. We know that we have this unstaking event coming up. ETH led the way in this little relief rally in the bear market, and we're looking for Bitcoin to do it. Now, I know some people get at me for this, but I'm going to pull it up just because I'm me, and you know what? I believe this sometimes to help, okay? So we're going to pull up the moon cycle, okay? We got the moon cycle out. Now everybody's left. But don't doubt the moon cycle, okay? Don't doubt the moon cycle. You look at all these new moons, and we've got pumps, okay? We've got pumps, and we've got pumps. Now, if you want to hate on the moon cycle, that's okay, but we've got signs here of what's happened in the moon cycle every time. So if you want to doubt it, that's okay. But we're the moon boys here. Otter Gang moon boys. So don't hate on the moon. Hate the game. We've got moon boys here. And you can see, if I draw it out for you guys, you can see how much these moons have been respected. Okay, we get a full moon, we get pumps. We get a new moon, we get dumps. Okay, it has been respected throughout history. Okay, history rhymes. Okay, and back in the day, people who did trades and investments, all they used was astrology in order to make their decisions, and they were pretty dang accurate, okay? So I need to bring these things to your guys' attention that we are getting a full moon and we are going to possibly pump, okay? The moon cycles is real and you can see how it is working. So be very, very careful that we do have a full moon coming up. And if you have any wild dreams, remember the saying, lunatic, okay? Loon is a moon and crazy is us, okay? So don't be a lunatic. That is insane, but be very careful that we can see that new moons are definitely a thing and full moons are a thing. So we can see this, okay? This is just another confluence. I like to check this every now and then and see where we're at, right? I am a spiritual man, and I do believe in some woo-woo crap, but you know what? It helps me feel good about myself. So my new strategy is all astrology and government social support check. So yeah, keep an eye out. If you traded the moons here every time, okay? If you went long, boom, right? Long to the next one, you would have made 38%. This one, okay, you would have made 10%. This one, 40%. Okay? So, just bringing it to your guys' attention. Bitcoin dominance is dropping down. The S&P has been rejected, okay? We did not get above this high right here. We have been rejected. It's looking like it's working its way down after having such a huge pump up. So that is bearish for Bitcoin. Be very careful here, but look for it to possibly bounce off of this key level of support that we had here. So maybe it's trying to flip this to support and continue upwards. Let's get rid of that so that we can have a better look at the S&P. It is possibly trying to move up, flip this to support, and continue upwards. So be very careful here, okay? Don't just trade moons. Find confluence, right? Dixie's finally starting to move up, okay? We were talking about this zone below us here that we traded in for yonks, okay? And that just means a long time in England, okay? Yonks. We were trading in here for yonks. I mean, COVID happened. I said the C word again. Whoopsie. And now we're coming back and testing this 100 mark, okay? And if we're coming down, Bitcoin's going to be coming up, okay? That's just the inverse relation that they have. But when we zoom in here, we're possibly getting a bounce up, and we're looking for something like this, where we go like this, and Bitcoin goes bye-bye down to the ground, okay? So be very cautious here. Mixed signals. Pumpage of the dollar, dumpage of Bitcoin, okay? S&P, pumpage up, but seems to be curling back down, okay? Bearish for Bitcoin. Ethereum, bullish news coming up. very bullish for the whole crypto industry, okay? Doge is now Elon's beautiful dog coin, and it has dropped below this previous support, so you can draw this down here. We got a Doge sandwich here. Looks like a fun moving scalp machine to me. So if you want to trade Doge, try to get in. We're looking for longs right now, right? We're looking for longs. We're at the bottom of the range. We do not want to pull a Jonathan Cipher here. We do not want to short. Watch, I'm going to say that now. Doge is going to go to the basement. I'm sorry, Jonathan Cipher. I love you, bro. I should be much more kinder to you, and I apologize for that. We're looking for longs here, okay? We're looking for longs here. Bitcoin, we're looking for a retracement. We want Jonathan Cipher's trade to come back up so that he can get out in profits and then continue to the downside. We're looking for a rejection here, right? So maybe we can come, pop up, and then come down just for the Jonathan Cipher show. So there's many mixed signals here, but look for Bitcoin to remain within this range, okay? I'm sorry to say it, but look for it to remain in the range. That's the TA for the day. I'll see you in the next one. No. Okay, so look for it to remain in this range, which is somewhat painful, okay? Which is somewhat painful. You are not my punching bag. You're a good man, loyal Otter Gang member. We love you and respect you. And we're gonna pump the price for you. Okay? We will pump the price for you all day long. I will be doing the pump dance for the Cipher man. For all the pumping he does, he's allowed a shot or two from time to time, right? So yeah, look for it to bounce here, right? And if it doesn't bounce, we have key levels below us here that we're looking for price to have a reaction to. Obviously, the key level out of all of this is the 29K and the 25.2. Okay, this is your mega sandwich here that we have that we need to stay above or below, whichever favor you guys are in. Try not to have a favor. Try to just trade what the market gives you. Be patient out there. Practice good risk management. Have a very good... Brooke Frolich got the message, and she is here to tame the Otter Gang because we are out of control this morning. We need some guidance, Brooke. Brooke, do you think up or down? Which way? Are you feeling bearish or are you feeling bullish? The Otter Gang needs to know what you and Jake think about the price action right now. Make sure you guys add these levels to your charts. We're looking for a retracement up and then down. We want Cipher to pay himself. I'm here to tame the gang. That's the one. Join us in the free Discord. We're always having fun. TA, look at the wins here. We got Farmer closing the trade, 30%. Farmer in the trade, 15%. I mean, we got winners every single day. Space Invader just showing off with the Doge trade. Jake showing off. I mean, we're doing well. We're all here to help each other grow as a community. So thank you guys so much for being here and all your love and all your support and putting up with me and my teasing and all that stuff like that. I mean, we're here to have fun. We're here to look at what can we extract from these markets and hopefully help you guys become more profitable traders, or at least practice good mindset where you're thinking positively and trying to become better traders. Any other thoughts, my friends? Any other thoughts? Bitcoin dominance coming down. CME gaps to be watching are 21,145, 34,605. Both close enough to be considering them both. Because look at this. We got 17% up to that one. And we have pumped much more than 17% in the past. Every priority needs a paddle, Brooke. Oh, man. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Looking for a rejection here at 2,000 on the Ethereum price. But we can see that we're getting massive pump here. Money flow in the green, heading upwards. Massive, massive uptrend. Looking to set new highs because we got the unstaking event, baby. Now, definitely make sure to keep your eye on the economic calendar. Look, we got the balance of trade today that could have moved the markets in non-manufacturing. We have news coming out. I mean, Canada unemployment rate, not probably going to affect us too much. I am Canadian, living in Australia, and oh, that's so bright. Where's the dark mode on this? Anyways, I've got to find the dark mode on this. But this will move us definitely on Friday. It's the unemployment rate in the United States. So be very cautious at 7:30 in the morning. The markets will move like up and down like a wild man. So we got to be very careful, right? The news today caused those scam wicks. So these news here probably caused, when we go over here, you go to Bitcoin, we zoom in all the way to the 12, and we're talking about this area here. This looks like it right here. What time is this? Is this the area? If you click the calendar on the right of your trading view, it will bring up the news where the watch list is. Hoo-hoo. Calendar. Hoo-hoo. Look at this. Fun facts, my friends. Fun facts. Fun facts. We'll have to change this to New York for you guys. Love it. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you, bro. Scam Wiki. So this is news here. You can see what happens on news, right? News is wild. And then dumpage. Dumpage. We need this price to come back up for Cipher. Let's go. Let's go. Hope you're all doing well. I got to go and get ready for work. Hope that helps you guys have a better understanding. So we're looking at a long-term bearish sentiment to curling over here. We can see the otter is pointing down. We have been going sideways for far too long. We have pumped up. We are flagging out. Everybody and their sisters calling for 40K, right? Everybody, 40K is the way, right? To me, we need some sort of healthy retracement in order to continue upwards. That's what the charts are saying to me. We have this vault door of a resistance holding us down. We also have a huge level of foundation here holding us up. We are caught in the middle, but we are at the top of the range of this area here. So we want to trade the range short and be long, but short and long, the range, tops and bottoms. We got our tops up here. We got our bottoms down here. We want to be practicing good risk management, looking for confluence, inner trades, looking for those divergences, and trading the range. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And thank you, Cipher, for being so supportive and tolerant of my petty jokes. You are amazing. I appreciate you guys. So look for this trend to continue up and then down. This is the Cipher bump. We're going to call this the Cipher bump. And hopefully we can ride this thing down to the ground. Do you think Whitey is holding us down? We'll have to find out. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love to every single one of you. I got to get ready for work. I love you all. Take care. Peace out. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye. Mrs. Otter, did I wake you up? No, I didn't. You want to know who Jonathan Cipher is? Did I say his name too many times? Well, he's this guy who's legendary, but yet a complete badass, all in one. He presses buy, he presses sell, and he takes profits because he's Jonathan Cipher. Peace out.